Good morning. I am your English teacher Rad Al-Jarrah from Abdurrahman bin Jassim Preparatory School for Boys. I'm going to introduce you and present a general revision for the final term exam for grade 9. Our objectives today are to identify the parts of the exam paper. Number 2, to demonstrate how to deal with all of the questions in the exam paper. And finally, to give exam sample questions. As you can see in the slide, our exam is divided into 4 main parts. The first one is the listening. The second one, the reading passage. The third one, the word knowledge that's related to the same meaning words, the opposites, the definitions, and the spelling mistakes. And the last one is the writing strategies, which is divided into different questions. Now, according to the mock exam that was announced and students practiced 2 weeks ago, we will start with part 1, writing strategies and its mechanics. In this part of the question, we usually have about 12 or more of multiple choice questions. In every question, we have a question followed by 4 choices, A, B, C, and D. The students have to read the sentences, then to check and only circle one correct answer. As we can see in the first example here, which word is spelled correctly? According to the words that we have, number B, the letter B is the correct answer. We have some final, semi-final, same final, and seem final. And the correct answer is B. Here the second question is dealing with the connectors, the linker words, and we usually have a lot of questions on this topic. Here we have an example as we have. He left the house late, so he missed his bus to school. The best word that we can use here to replace the linkers so from the following: therefore, however, but, although. The correct answer is A. Therefore is the best to be replaced with so. Here we have another example related to the phrasal verb, and we have to know here, the students have to know that if this phrasal verb is separated or not separated. From the example that we have, she should be sure, her son will not, down let her down, her let down, or let down her. And the correct answer is B. Let her down, a phrasal verb that must be separated with the pronoun her. Here again we have almost the same question, a verb that's followed by preposition. This meal consists at, in, of, up, meat, rice, and vegetables. And the correct answer that the preposition that goes correctly with the verb consists is C, of, consists of. Here in question number 5, students have to revise and study the prefixes and suffixes. Here in our questions, we are talking about the correct prefix that is added before the word. A lot of students have got many correct answers. The word correct must goes with the D, incorrect. So correct usually goes with incorrect. In question number 6, here again we are talking with the closest meaning of the underlined word, the phrase. Salih bought many stuff for the drawing. For example, papers, pens, and rulers. The best word that is closest in meaning for the phrase for example is for instance, and the correct answer is B. Now here we have something called in English homophone. Homophone, it means once we have two words have the same sound but different spelling and so different meaning. Here we have in our example, Ahmed was in hurry. He could not wait for 5 minutes. The underlined word wait, its homophone is the letter C, wait. As you can see, both of them have the same sound but different spelling and so different meaning. Here the question asked us which word is spelled correctly. As you can see, we have two combined words. The second one has a spelling mistake. One of these four choices is spelled correctly, which is letter C, easy going. The suffix that are added here, that is added here, ing, without changing anything in the root word, go. So the correct answer is easy going. Here we are going to revise and talk about the verbs that followed by certain prepositions. According to the example that we have, the barbecue turned in, out, on, up to be a disaster. And the correct answer is turned out, which means changed. Here again in number 10, we are still talking about the linkers, which as I told you before, it's one of the most important questions that we usually are asking in our exam and previous exams. The players trained hard. However, because, moreover, so, they lost the match. And according to the meaning of the sentence, a reason with an expected result, the correct answer is A. Now again with the homophone, in question number 11, Adnan thanked his son, who got full mark. The homophone for the word son is the letter C, sun, the star. In question number 12, which is about if clause type 1 and about compound words. If our team wins, they will play in the semi-automatic, semi-corner, semi-detached, and semi-final. And the correct answer is D. Again with the connectors, I lost my keys. Therefore, I broke the lock. Now we have the question of verbs and prepositions in the other way. Here we have to choose the correct verb that goes with of. And according to the choices we have, decomposes, depends, consists, boils. The correct answer is C, consists of. Here in question number 15, we have to choose the word that's best used to replace the underlined one. He has got many incorrect answers, therefore he failed in the exam. And the best answer here is wrong, A. We finished the first part, and now we are going to move to the second part, the reading text. Here we have some general tips that I want to advise my students to follow before they start answering and reading the text. First, don't look for the meaning of every single word and try to get the whole meaning. As you know, we have active and passive words. Don't focus on the passive one. Keep your concentration on the active one. Number 2, read the topic sentence carefully because it helps you understand what is the text about. And as you know, usually the first question that we start any reading text, what is the text mainly about? Or what is the purpose of the text? The third one, read the questions carefully. Here, as you see, we have an example, a reading text about the types of energy. That followed by some related questions. I read it for you. You use energy every day. Energy is the ability to cause change. Anytime you move, you are using energy. When you bounce a ball or ride a bike, you use energy from your body to make the ball or the bike move. Your parents cook food for you to eat. They use heat energy to change the food from raw to cooked. Not all energy is used as soon as you get it. Sometimes energy is stored to be used later. Stored energy can be chemical energy stored in a battery or in your body. It can also be potential energy. Potential energy is based on the position of the object. A ball at the top of a hill has potential energy. A soccer player standing ready to kick a ball has potential energy too. Energy of motion is also called dynamic energy. Potential energy changes into dynamic energy when the thing or person begins to move. When the ball starts rolling down, dynamic energy is at work. When the soccer players kick the ball, dynamic energy is at work there. 2. Energy often changes forms. When you switch on the light, electricity converts into light. When you eat, chemical energy from your food converts into thermal and mechanical energy that allows you to move and work. When you switch on a cell phone, chemical energy from the cell phone's battery converts into sound energy and light energy. As you can hear, we usually have 2 multiple choice questions followed by another question that all of them depends on the reading text. The first one could be, what does the underlined word changed into in the third paragraph mean? Here the students have to go back to the text, read it, find that underlined word, and according to the text, find its best meaning. Here the correct answer is A, converts. The second question, which is also based on the text, energy that's based on an object's position is called. According to the text that we read before, the correct answer is potential energy. The last question, which the students have to go back to the text to read it carefully, skim or scan, to find the correct answer. The question here that we have, what is dynamic energy? According to what's mentioned in our reading text, the correct answer is energy of motion. Here we are moving to the final part 3, writing section. Sometimes they ask you to write email, informal letter, formal letter, essays. The essays could be descriptive, informative, persuasive, or argumentative. In this presentation, I'm going to help you, guide you how to write a formal letter. We write formal letters applying the following layout, using formal style and language. Formal letters usually have 5 parts: the heading, the greeting, the body, the closure, and the signature. The heading usually includes your address and the date. We usually write the heading in the upper right hand corner. As you can see, it's illustrated clearly here in the example. We start from the name of the street, the city, and the date. Then the greeting. We usually begin with the word dear sir or madam, and it's usually followed by a comma. It's here illustrated in this example with the yellow one. Dear sir / madam, comma. Then we move to the most important part, which is the body. And the body is divided into 3 main parts: the introduction, discussion, and conclusion. Here, as you can see, it's demonstrated and illustrated in 3 different colors. The first color, which is the introduction, that usually begins with why you are writing this letter. So you have to illustrate the purpose of writing your letter. In the second paragraph, imagine if we are asking for information or if we are complaining about something, we justify and we write in details about the purpose of our letter, and we usually finish our letter with the conclusion that's illustrated here with the black color. You are looking forward to hearing and what action you want. For example, imagine you are writing a complaint letter. Maybe you want them to refund you or to replace the item that you bought. Then the closure. We usually finish the formal letter with the expression and the phrase yours faithfully, as we didn't know the name of the recipients of the letter. It's here clearly yours sincerely because we know or we don't know. If we know the name of the recipient, we write yours sincerely. We don't know, we write yours faithfully. Then the signature. For friendly letters, your first name is usually enough. Here, as you see in the example, dear Sir, Madam, we don't know the name of the recipient, so finish it yours faithfully and with the name of the senders and the signature. Now I will present you another example of writing argumentative essay. Once we are asked to write argumentative essay, we are going to write about the advantages and disadvantages of certain topic. Usually we have 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph that illustrates and demonstrates that we have 2 points of view, those who support and those the opponents. The second paragraph usually starts with the first group that finds that it has advantages and they have their own reasons illustrated and support their own ideas and attitudes. The third paragraph, on the other hand, gives us the disadvantages and the opponents for this essay. And the third one, in the conclusion, we restate the main topic and the general topic. Then we focus on our own opinion. Thank you.